Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Little bit late, but oh well. It kind of always happens, doesn't it? It does always happen. We've got it now. We're ready. We are starting as far back as we can. We've got Igor, Peanuts, Frantics, and Maxon, Charlie, all making it a top 5 right there. That's brilliant. Am I the only one that let the team down? Yep, I am. It is what it is. It's going to be a dry race. So we'll see how that one goes. What will it be this weekend for not only F1 but for LSI? We will find out, won't we? That'll be tomorrow and Saturday, of course, for LSI. We'll have a few watch-alongs. Whether we are to watch along with the sprint race, I don't think so, unfortunately. But I will see what I can do. If not, we'll still be there for practice, sprint qualifying, and for qualifying. So only one session possibly on Saturday, but we'll be there for both sessions tomorrow. Cannot wait. Going to be a good one. Got a lot to do tomorrow. And yeah, other than that, we'll get into our next race. I've done a little bit of a setup change, but it's actually just an updated time trial setup, really. So we're just going to see how it goes. We're going to do multiple runs at Brazil this time. So yeah, we'll do this 2 or 3 times, I think we're going to do it. And we'll give it our best shot. Just so we can have a bit of action around a circuit that we're going to very, very soon. Alright, good luck everyone, here we go. Here comes the Brazilian Grand Prix on your screen right now. I was ready to jump the start. Whoa, I'm sorry. Completely lost the car. I'm just being tapped here. Whoa. Almost ended the McLaren. They got ended by the Williams that was lagging everywhere. That was incredible. I got a bit spooked by that one. This is a weird ass setup. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Gotta try and relax. See how it runs. We're gonna just send it into this corner. They're gonna leave space. No, can't move across if we're there. Ah, that is very annoying. Nothing you can do, racing instant, now we're at the back of the grid again. Slightly unfortunate. Could have done a few things better here and there. I mean, I am driving like a menace. But, yeah, it is what it is. Right, I'm just going to quickly up my volume and do something else and hope that I'm going to get this right. Wait. This, isn't it? I apologise for that one. Whoa. All over the place. Hopefully. This is a weird setup. It's incredibly different, and I'm not getting on well with it. I prefer the old setup. Just gotta try and get used to it a little bit. I'm also not getting my braking points fully correct, which doesn't help.
Okay, clear.
If I got them correct, then I'd be able to actually feel the car the way it should be felt. But honestly, like, that is so weird. Got turning, but I'm just not expecting it. They're going defensive. Lovely Verstappen maneuver. I'm probably going to get that again. Nope, this time not. I'm not going to get DRS. I'm just going to get repassed. We'll see what the straight line speed difference is, and then debate whether to just send it back into the first corner. We're not going to try and do that, but they have drains their battery at least, so we'll be able to get a pretty straightforward move. Never mind. I don't care that I went off circuit. I'm just going to take that. So the thing is coming through. That is mental. Fourth gear. It is the final lap. We're going to be able to get 1 point at least. We'll take that. We will also kick the Alpine because they were not having a good day, I guess. That was a pretty frustrating one, but it's only the one that we started with. Can't get much worse than that, so hopefully we can have a good one. They left. Cool. Cool. Makes it a lot easier for everyone. Were they on keyboard? Because they auto forward incredibly quickly after hitting that wall. Maybe they hit the wall as AI. AI wasn't able to back away. I don't know. Alright, well that's Charlie taking the victory. Frantic P2, then Igor in P3. Peanuts and Sir Max on P5. So they all stay up in the P5, in the top 5. Just a little bit mixed around, that's all. And that's this lap point to Mr. Kennyman, which we have seen before a few times ago. And I'm just looking at the fastest lap difference, and it's pretty big, as I wasn't quite able to compete myself with, again, still learning no line, but also just the fact that I had a bit of a skill issue. Actually, I'm not going to be so hard on myself. It's a very, very new kind of setup, and I wasn't used to it. It's going to take some time. Alright. We move on to the next one. I've already forgotten which circuit it was. Spain, I think, possibly. Yep, we're going to go to Spain. We'll do what we can here. Now, I'm going to quickly double check while we're sat here. I'm gonna hop in the Williams. I just want to double check. This one. Interesting. Fair enough. Let's see what we can do. Spanish Grand Prix is on its way. Everyone's starting to ready up. And we'll get a shot. Headbutt the mic, that's always good, isn't it? Alright. Let's do that. Do that. And that. Hopefully we can load in. Never mind. Are we not loading in? Or we're waiting for someone else to load. That's the problem. 20 drivers on the grid, gonna be crazy. 19 in the end. For my internet. We might get one more join for quali. Although we'll probably have quite a few people leaving during that time, because it does seem impossible for 20 randoms to stay in. We got someone join already. As I said, yeah, it seems pretty much impossible for 20 randoms to join in. Yep, there you go. Random left already. They were literally loading into a race, and they already left. That does mean, unfortunately, they will have assigned themselves a car, I believe, because they were in the loading. And then that means if somebody else wants to join, they probably won't be able to. Spain, I've got a setup fairly recently. Whether it's any good, though, is going to be a different question. Is it going to be dry or wet? It's going to be dry. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. We're going to get that invalidation in somewhere. Still trying to set a lap compared to last time. There's a few things to do at that point. And then we'll get going. Here we go. Whoa, I'm all over the place. I've just completely messed that one up. That's pretty embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. Got the invalidation in, but I've actually spun, which is a problem because the slower your lap time, the further up you end on the disqualification list. So if you set the fastest disqualified lap, you start further back. I believe that is the case. So yeah, unfortunately, we're probably, if other people have invalidated, we're at least going to start P15. That being said, a few people have retired instead of invalidated, so we're probably going to start fairly far back. Few people disqualified before us. Watch it completely change and we're going to be behind. Yeah, okay. That just doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. Sometimes if you set like the fastest lap, it just puts you all the way at the back. If you don't, I don't know. The disqualification system in this game and the last game was just random. Before, it actually kind of made sense. But never mind. Never mind, I guess it just puts us in a random order based on some sort of criteria. Or, that doesn't make any sense. It just puts us in an order based on some sort of criteria or a random order. we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Top 3 pretty close together, pretty quick. Mega Pro Maxim retiring. We've got Frantic doing a DSQ with myself. Let's give it our best shot. Got Malik in the lobby as well. See how it goes. Alright. My ear is mightily itchy. But we'll power through. Once the adrenaline kicks in, we'll forget about it for the race. Here we go. Couple of jump starts, unfortunately, for a few. Peanuts moves off the circuit, and just so many people.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty.
Yeah,
Go
okay.
against our finishing time at the end of the
Been
race.
given a time penalty by the game for that, which is pretty unfair, but it is what it is. It's open lobbies after all. Everyone's a Max Verstappen fan these days. If Max can do it, they can do it too. Didn't even hit him, just slid. P9 already.
DRS now enabled.
I want to try and make this move, but never mind, they're going to spam their battery. We'll just let them vibe. Oh, the joys of lobbies. And then this happens. Frantic and Mallet up next. I'll stay up next as if I'll be able to catch.
Green flag.
Championship leader of the F1.5 tier right now. To be corrected, F1.5 EU. With the fastest lap as well. Absolutely cooking up a storm right now. Top 2 are fighting. That is an unnecessary track limit. Will I be able to catch up? I don't know. Frantic. It's back ahead of Malik. That is my second warning. Otherwise I'll be on a 4-second, so I literally cannot afford to go off track anywhere. We're on a bit of a train up ahead, which although it being Spain and the DRS not being so powerful compared to other circuits, it is still quite powerful. There is a bit of a split, that being said. 2 trains. Top 2, which would be Charlie and I don't know who's in the Merc. Eagle either drive through, maybe some Maxon too. I'm just not catching the top runners right now. I'm catching a bit, but not enough. Not enough by a long way. It seems to be driving the way I should. Now, the car ahead does have a 2 seconds, so if these guys fight harder, I might be able to get a position out of this. That is a lag and a half. And the car going off circuit. Frantic will break away. Tomo joins. Good to see more LSI drivers in. Oh, that was horrible. Oh, I'm not gonna get him. GG. GG. 0.04 seconds away from Malik there. Peanuts catches up with the time penalty, but doesn't quite get us in the end. Mr. Kenya Man does get that victory. I knew they were quick. I said them before. Now, Charlie P2, Frantic P3. I believe Charlie will be leading the championship now. Malik doing a great job to be P4. I don't know what assists they were using, of course, but they were cooking, to be honest. You can put in the Haas, actually. I didn't realise that. They're in the Haas. I thought they were in the Aston. I don't know who instigated that jump start at the beginning, but obviously Samaxon was unfortunately affected, which did put them on the back foot pretty early on into the race. Happy Halloween, everybody. I completely forgot about that. I'm surprised that so many people are on, to be honest. I thought this would be one of the deadest lobbies that we've had in a long time, but it's actually one of the fullest. We're going to have a look at the standings quickly. Fastest lap for Charlie, by the way, as well. That wasn't a good sign that we've got communicating with online servers. I hope that I'm connected to the internet. Charlie is leading 11 points ahead of Frantic. Mr. Kennyman jumps up to P3 with Eagle, Peanuts, Malik, Sim Maxon, then Random, and then myself. So yeah, I've had a pretty bad run. Unfortunately, Constructors currently being led by a small margin with RB. Now, we'll see how that goes in a few moments' time. On to the next race. We're going to do Brazil 2.0. See our second preview. We did do a race there, of course, on Tuesday. But so kind of it's 3.0 really. Now, I overwrote my original setup for Brazil. So the current one that I've got, I'm just going to have to deal with. I might make a few changes and hope that that fixes it. But it's not going to be great, I don't think. We'll see. We will see. Now, jumping into a different car if we can. Tom's just nabbed the Ferrari. We will go with an Alpine, I think. Could have jumped in a Mercedes. We'll jump in a Mercedes now, and then we'll look at going with the Alpine later on, because, why not? The Alpine's probably going to be free, is what I'm basically saying. Hint, hint. Track select. So we've got Singapore coming up after this, and then we'll go to the Netherlands. I might chuck in Brazil one more time, actually. Let's go Netherlands, then to Brazil one more time. Let's do that instead. So we'll do even more. We will do even more. Let's ready up. Get this one started. Seven LSI drivers, 8 if you include me, out of a 14 size grid. That's pretty good. Good to see. How we want it. It should be. Let's see if I can have a smooth race this time. Obviously, earlier on, had a pretty rough time with the setup. But also on Tuesday, I was attacked viciously by my microphone. My microphone fell over across in front of me and hit my monitor, which affected me quite catastrophically in the race. I think I've just said that word 8 times. Oh well. Yeah, we weren't exactly pleased with the situation, and it made a hefty old sound through the microphone on the live stream, which was pretty hilarious. I will be honest. I'm just lucky that it didn't break my monitor, I swear. 12% chance of rain in the race, so we will just load up a new setup and keep it dry. I'm going to do that, and then that, and then we'll see how that makes a change. If it makes a change, jump onto that. That probably is a big part, actually. I should have changed that first. Anyway, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Brazil into qualifying, another wet qualifying. You didn't see the previous qualifying because I was sorting stuff out. I didn't actually take part, I just invalidated early on. And then let the AI drive the car. I always mess up braking point. I always think it's 100, but it just never seems to be. Somehow I didn't invalidate right there, which is impressive. Chances of rain around Brazil is going to be fairly substantial. Let's be honest. Fourth gear probably not the gear to be in. Way, ay, 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 ay. I was all kind of out of shape right there. We're just going to be using ERS all the way up to the line. Of course, invalidate. We're not going to be getting pole. Charlie would have got that. 17.021. Lots of mistakes. Yeah, big time away from Charlie. He cooked the frantic DQ as well. Following the greats. See how we roll, how we run, how we slide, how we drive. It's the best way to put it. Frantic has beaten us to last place pole, so unfortunately They look like they're going to be getting the championship on that one. Did get last place pole earlier, but we had a few people join the lobby, I think, so that means I didn't actually start dead last. Unless I'm absolutely tripping, I probably am. Let's be honest. I'm a very tired guy right now. I also have no water. Usually I have a glass of water ready to go. I know I'm British and people want me to say a bottle of water, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to let it be a glass of water. Let's get it. We are not starting dead last. We got frantic and then two other cars behind us. Somehow got someone leaving and joining. They were not happy that the race is about to start and they've missed out. Good luck everyone, here we go. Here come the lights for the Brazilian Grand Prix 2.0 this evening. Ooh. Everybody tries to make it 3 wide into the first corner, and it never really works. So Maxon and Tom Robb have had their contact. We're going to come through. Whoa, that was crazy. Lots of cars all going side by side in every way they can. Oh, it's very, very tight. It's very, very messy. 2 cars go off. That's just... I have nowhere to go. I'm sandwiched right now. I am sandwiched. That was pretty crazy. We've got through it just about, but the top 3 have run away a little bit now. Could possibly be game over.
DRS is now available.
Peanuts and Maxon going side by side, causing themselves trouble slightly. Can we get involved? No, we're going to have to just let it be. They're using a lot of battery. We'll get a phenomenal run here on Peanuts. Oh my days, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sir Maxon. I'm just gonna have to let Peanuts go there, really. Okay. That's not fun. There goes Peanuts. I have no choice of someone else trying to catch for DRS. Whether that's possible, it is. We know. So Maxon also affected by that one. Quite frustrating. We've got Malik and Lofty Pickle in the mix. Just completely missed my braking point, but still managed to stay here. I've just completely cut the course. I'm all over the place. Can't afford to do that. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm not really cooking, am I? I'm actually lifting with this different setup, although it feels better than it was. I think I got the DRS. Tom's going to be following as well, I would assume. DRS is actually available for Malik. I thought it wasn't available for them. I've managed to get the advantage and I still hold on to the toe of the car ahead. Not with a lot to use battery wise. But it is what it is. That's another off. Can't afford to do that again. Tom's got through on Malik. Jumping on the no battery bandwagon here to save up for the final section. But I'm not really driving very well. I'm gonna have to use a bit of battery, I think, right there to make sure I don't lose the DRS. May well be passed by Tom. I might just have to let it vibe, let it be, if they want to go for the move, but wouldn't be smart right now. From that distance, would understand if they wanted to go for it through here, but I've managed to get a bit of a gap. I cannot believe it. I'm so sorry, Tom. Just ruined that. Avoid rejoining until later on. That is the second time in 3 days that I've either been taken out of contention for a decent result or I've taken myself out. Oh well. The top train is actually absolutely stacked right now. It is what it is. Charlie takes the victory by a small margin. Was it the Mercedes or the Haas that took P2? Frantic or Igor? I'm not entirely sure. We'll get a double check on that in a second. That was one to forget for myself. Where are the results? Come on, give them to us. I want to see. I want to see how it went. We knew that Charlie won. Frantic driver of the day. I think that must have surely mean that Frantic finished P2. Surely. Frantic did a good job there. Or did they not start at the back? They did. Started P3. Kennyman did get it. It's Igor that won in the end as Charlie got the time penalty. So the two Haas's were cooking. Fastest lap for the Kennyman. And Schumi in P4. Tom Rob wasn't quite able to get ahead of the Red Bull because of my antics, so I do apologise there. But lovely stuff. 0.025 seconds there for Igor. And Igor, congratulations. I think that's the first time that you've won it up to the line. That is quite possibly the first time. Losing out, actually, to those, or for those who don't know, losing out on the victory in the summer season this game up to the line because of downforce. A little bit too much of it. That's the standings. We'll move on to the next one. Alright. We'll go to Zandvoort before we go to our final race with Brazil. We're going to jump in the Alpine now. Yeah, so we'll do one more at Brazil after this. And hopefully I can keep myself composed slightly. Championship right now. Charlie 54 points. Kennyman 51 points. 48 points for Frantic. Then 10 points behind the leader is Eagle. Then we've got Peanuts, Malik, 19 and 16 points. 12 points for Samaxon, who has been very unlucky. And then myself, who has had a few stinkers. Tom Rob just recently joining, of course, joined for the last race of 6 points for them. All right, let's get it. The Netherlands, an awesome circuit. Whether it's the best to watch a racer in modern day Formula 1 cars, I don't know. In 2025 for Formula 1, it's going to be an interesting one. Cars don't change, but all the performance gaps will be kind of narrowed down, or should be narrowed down. So that's going to be a very interesting one for sure. Unless we're going to have something like a Mercedes towards the end of a regulation change where everything just goes absolutely mental and one team just goes all in. We'll see. But the new regs in 2026 are going to be pretty crazy and might be quite good for this kind of circuit. We've got a wet quali and a dry race. I think it's going to be a dry race at least. We'll lop on a setup. We do have a okay race setup. Not majorly old. Although it's not exactly new anymore. Let's see how this goes. It says there's a chat rate. I'm just gonna double check that now. Yeah, it says somebody sent a message in the chat, but unfortunately I can't see. I do apologise. Alright. Now we're in. We're almost to the Logan Sargent as I unpaused. That was not the place to unpause the car. Did a very good job here. I'm not drifting very well either. Try my best. Oh no, I've bottled it. Validate at the end. Matson did get pole on the Inters there. Maybe the Inters were the way to go. It's very hard to say, unless you know the certain values, etc. Unfortunately, I don't. So I will learn them for future races, so I can understand. It's a important data points to have. Alright, well, I mean, wet tyres were still used by a fair bit of the grid, and they weren't exactly slow, so it's a crazy one. That's it. Once again, Frantic manages to beat us to last pole. We've been rivaled again, and we lost the challenge. Alright, we'll just wait for someone else to ready up. Because we'll be good to go setup-wise. There you go, there is the ready up. Moving in the chair a second. Hopefully, we can get going soon. Give us the countdown, will ya? Good luck, everyone. Here comes the Dutch Grand Prix, the penultimate race of the evening here. I knew that was going to happen. Didn't know they were going to do that at the end. Some crazy rotation. Managed to get the throttle down still. Actually, I can't go for the move if that's going to be the case. And I've touched the grass. Slightly frustrating. Kenyaman trying to challenge, but Tom sticking his nose in.
We can
One
now
of
use
you past where the
DRS.
car's
DRS
behind.
now available.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Peanuts. I'm a bit of a menace at the moment. Whoa! Oh, man. Kind of is what it is, that. That was a risk from Tom. No way. There's a lot of abusing ghosting here. Whoa. Again. Kenyaman, rather quick in a straight line. Didn't quite get the throttle down the way I wanted. We are far away from the front lot. Very interesting the way the car's rotating on the rear here. Oh, DRS trains kicked in. Can't do that again.
Green
There
flag.
goes the Williams. That was not the gear to use at the correct time. Neither was that. I haven't got that braking point correct once so far. all over the place. That's the Kennyman trying to get through. Haven't we done it? Might have a chance to run away now.
Caution, caution.
Never mind. There's that Williams. That's frustrating. That was not the line. Wasn't the line for Tom Robb to use either. I got very scared and lost out my run. It's very unpredictable up ahead. Makes it impossible to tell what's going on. Oh well. P10 again. Just what we gotta deal with. Ah. Got driver of the day after all that chaos. Fair play. Always looks like a Tesco suit, does the Racingville. Probably just me, to be fair. So Maxon takes the win, 3/10 ahead of then Igor, who was so close to getting ahead of Charlie right there. And then we got Frantic in P4. And then Lofty Pickle with Peanuts very close behind as well. And a bit of a gap where Kennyman got the fastest lap by quite some way as well. I say that, never mind. Igor managed to get pretty close to that one. Alright, we move on to the final race of the evening. Let's see how we can get this one done. I'm going to go on standings quickly. Charlie leads by 12 points. Frantic, then it's very close with Igor, so the two Haas's are loving life at the moment. Mr. Kennyman is very close, but not going to be happy with that last result. It is impossible for Sir Maxon to win, so they're just going to be racing for themselves. I believe, well, it's not impossible for Racing Ball to get the result for the constructors, but Haas are going to be very powerful and probably quite difficult to pass. We're once again going to go to Brazil and we'll give it our best shot. Let's see how it goes. Which, no, we will jump in Aston if we can. As we go for one final time of the evening. To this wonderful circuit that we will be going to this weekend. Getting a few more people in as well. Good to see. Alright, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Qualifying on its way. I need to make a few changes. I didn't save a setup for myself. Just making it every now and again. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. I don't think I should bother with that. Screw it, we will. We'll jump on the bandwagon. Good luck everyone, here we go. You know what? Screw it. Final race. We're putting racing line on. We're probably going to expose ourselves and go slower anyway. We'll see how it takes us. Incredible rotation again, as I said. Validation done. A bit earlier than I wanted. Big correction on the steering. Could have used a bit more battery though. Wasn't really concentrating, but it doesn't matter. We're starting as far back as we can anyway. We've been beaten to last pole by peanuts, as I am actually last on last pole in P11. Which is quite frustrating. Even Charlie has out-qualified me for last pole, even though they finished their lap way later. Oh well, it is what it is. Igor takes pole, Tom P3. So Max on retiring. Mr. Canyonman as well, but starts P6, so it's quite far up there. We'll move on to the final race of the evening. 12 points is the championship gap. I believe is that Charlie to Frantic, and then 1 point further will be Igor. So if Igor was to win and Charlie was to finish P4, or Igor P1, Charlie P3 with Igor getting fastest lap and Frantic not within that top 3, then Igor would win. Frantic, of course, P1, Charlie finishes P3. I think they need the fastest lap to win, unless I'm mistaken. Well, no, 12 points. Yeah, that would be impossible. No, Igor maybe doesn't need the fastest lap. I'm completely counting this completely wrong. Completely ignore me. Whoever finishes ahead in the championship wins. Will Buxton. Thank you very much. Here we go. Good luck. For the final time this evening, and for the final time at Brazil in the Lobbies session, we'll go for Sao Paulo. Hopefully we don't get a time penalty at the beginning. So I to try and leave a bit of space, but did come back a little bit across. Oh, sorry to the Sauber. Oh, Peanuts has had a hell of a climb with the Sauber there. That's tight. It's never going to work. Sauber gets through. Sorry, Peanuts. I was a bit all over the place there. What are you doing, mate?
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
What a legend. What a legend. We'll watch the final race. Instead, I can't be bothered with that guy. I'm probably actually going to stay in the lobby long enough to try and kick that guy as well. Alright, here we go. The final time. And we have got Igor leading the way. Charlie sits in P3. This is enough for Igor to win the championship. We're going to double check that points gap if we can. No, it doesn't look like we can. Oh well, we're just going to have to go off of my terrible maths skills. It is Brazil though. It can be incredibly chaotic all the way up to the line. The final lap is what we're going to be looking at. 7 tenths between Charlie and Lofty Pickle. So that is a bit of a gap, but there is going to be a switch as Igor doesn't have the DRS. Charlie will be able to catch up a little bit on that and get that gap back down to compared to what it was just a few moments before. Tom Rob P4 doing a great job. Then we have the 2 Mercedes as Mr. Canyonman is trying to make a bit of a charge to see if they can have a go at this championship battle. Eagle goes back ahead of the Red Bull. The Red Bull just lets everything happen. They're not worrying about that one too much. Tom sitting behind, not really in no man's land, but also not in a position to overtake at this stage as the Red Bull is incredibly close to the back of that Haas. Charlie really needs to try and get themselves into P2 if they want to win this championship. They don't even need to overtake Igor for the win of the race. Whether they'll try and do that, that is up to them. Tom has currently got a 6/10 gap, so still enough to be quite comfortably there, but they have got to pay attention to it. Mr. Kennyman fighting with their teammate a little bit more than they are with any other car. So they've got a lot to think about. Simaxon and Frantic further down the order with a very, very hectic start. It doesn't look so ideal for their situation. Igor going, losing the lead, but here we go. Charlie is going to try and make it a P1 as they were trying to get the double slingshot, and they will make it P1. Igor spins. I do not believe what I've just seen. The championship battle was heating up, and now it is pretty much all over. What a shame right there for Igor. And yeah, P9 out of DRS. That's going to be that one done. Frantic and Samaxon are fighting, and they're going to lose the DRS if they're not careful. I don't know what's going to happen, but Frantic is fighting for the championship as they're coming up to the last lap, and they're hoping that they can get within that DRS range and maybe be involved in the battle as Charlie leads the way, looking comfortable for a victory right here in Brazil and for the championship. I say comfortable for the victory. That's not going to be so straightforward. But for the championship, it might be a little bit more simple. Frantic not able to hold on to DRS range and catch back up, so unfortunately it will be what it is, and Charlie is just going to try and take the victory for this Grand Prix as they're all going to head to the first corner. The Red Bull doesn't want to go for the overtake as they turn off the battery. Mr. Kenyaman is going to try and come through, see if they can get a move, and that would put them in perfect firing range to have a go at taking that victory. Once again, the Red Bull isn't going to want to go through. It looks like they're going to try and go to the inside line as Mr. Kenyaman trying to hold on to the P2 as the Red Bull, but Charlie will swoop back through. The other Mercedes is going to stick their nose in. They're not going to leave the space. They're going to go off and all of a sudden turn across as well. The Red Bull's going to have a disaster class. Tom tries to send it as a last resort. That's not going to go so well either because DRS will now be probably lost as Charlie and Kenyaman will fight for the victory. Charlie tries to keep it on the inside line. It's not quite working out, but they will be behind and looking for DRS. Do they have the battery to fight for this one though? I don't know. We will look behind. Kenyaman's got a little bit more ERS, but the DRS will not be available. Up to the line, it's gonna be the Mercedes as Mr. Kenyaman takes the victory. Charlie misses out, but takes the championship this evening. Then we've got the second Mercedes. We've got Tom Robin P4, Lofty Pickle in P5. Then we got Semaxon, Frantic, Malik and Igor further behind. Of course, Peanuts and myself retiring. Not a good day for Aston Martin right there. And we'll double check on the Constructors' Championship as well and see how that one went about. Charlie with Driver of the Day to add to a lovely podium to finish off the evening. And we'll look at the championship and see how is it looking. That's the results, the standings Charlie takes the victory as Mr. Kennyman did catch up massively, but obviously it was never going to be enough. P2 for them in the end. Frantic Eagle, Simax and Lofty Pickle Peanuts. Tom Rob, or say J Kiss Duck, Tom Rob, and then Malik, followed by myself in the end. A very good effort, but Haas will take it 17 points ahead of Racing Bulls, and then Mercedes did actually give a very good fight in the end. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure. We'll go to the results now, and we will see you for the next one. We'll see you tomorrow for the LSI F1 Championship, along with the Practice 1 watch-along and the Sprint Qualifying watch-along. We won't see you, unfortunately, for the sprint race, probably. I'll have to double-check on that one. But then we will see you for the qualifying session later on for Brazil. And of course, on Saturday, we'll also see you for F1.5 around Brazil. That is the results. Thank you very much again. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.